Hey guys, welcome to the first ever TomGirl show here at AfterBuzz TV. Woohoo! We're talking Netflix's Girlboss, and it's gonna get nasty. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Woohoo! All right, Sunday Fun Day, first ever TomGirl show. Woohoo!
Yes,
Hey
love
guys,
it.
I'm one of your hosts, JJ Jurgens, and I'm joined here by my partner in crime.
What's up, JJ? Hi guys, I'm Hayley Clover. Excited to be here.
All right, and we have three very special guests for you tonight.
Yes, we do.
All from Girlboss. Hope you guys were all binging it this weekend. So first, we have Ellie Reed. Welcome.
Hi guys.
Hey! And where can people follow you at on social media?
Oh, I'm at ES Reed on both Twitter and Instagram.
All right.
me.
Thanks for making it easy.
Yes, I do my best.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you.
And also, we have Michelle and Melissa Macedo.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
Melissa. Michelle. You can follow us at Macedo Music, at Melissa Macedo M.
At Michelle Macedo M.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And welcome back to AfterBuzz.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Good to be back.
Good to be back.
The two girls worked here a long time ago.
Yeah.
And they still have Beamer, our beloved dog that used to be the AfterBuzz.
the studio dog.
Yeah.
Such a sweetheart.
Yeah.
You've seen him.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I
I
sent
sent
you
you
a picture.
Yeah.
That one.
so cute.
He's such a sweetheart.
I'm the
I
only
know.
one that hasn't met the
Oh,
dog.
he's the best.
I'll bring it by.
He'll be back
What
for
kind of
Yeah,
dog
we
is
should
it?
have had a-
like a Lhasa Apso mix
Yeah.
with
Cute.
something. Such a little sweet.
should
I'm
brought him
sure you
in.
can look on the old AfterBuzz feed.
Yes.
He's got to be in
Oh,
there
oh,
somewhere,
he is.
right?
Oh, yeah. He's on
He's a
my
legend.
Instagram a bunch. So. Yeah.
All right, well, let's just dive into the show and your guys' experience. Where should we start?
Well, we both binged the show.
Yep.
This weekend. I actually have not finished. I know. I'm so sorry.
She did not finish. So since she brought that up, let's talk about what she missed. So,
Are we going to go there first?
yes, let's go there first.
Uh-oh.
We got a
Okay,
little BJ
yeah.
action.
One
Yeah.
of us may be the
Yeah.
other woman.
Yeah, one of us may be the other woman.
Yeah, spoiler alert.
yeah,
This
this-
haven't
yeah.
seen the entire season.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. If you haven't watched till the end, pause. Watch till the end. You know, then come back on.
Kind of, yeah.
But yeah, there's a moment. There's a moment with Shane that I have. And
What an asshole. Now I just found out who
Right?
it was.
well, I'm just gonna say musicians.
Yeah.
We are musicians. We're sleazy people. I don't know what else to
She
say
can
about
speak for
that.
herself.
Yeah. Okay. I am.
Let's be
Sleazy
honest. It was one of us.
A
Yeah.
lot
Is
of
that the first time you've ever taped something sexual like that?
Yeah.
How was that
That is
experience?
that's super uncomfortable and really awkward. And Johnny Simmons, who plays Shane, was great. But there's nothing not awkward about having your head in someone's crotch, and that's where it was.
Was he
Spoiler alert.
actually wearing anything?
He was
Okay.
wearing his pants.
Okay.
It was just more going through the motions.
Got it.
Everyone was great about making me comfortable, though. Kay and Britt and Johnny. Everyone knows it's super awkward, but.
And you see it about like this because
Yeah, okay.
her head is just there.
Yeah, it's just the back of my head mostly.
Yeah, so that's why my first question today was, which one was it?
Oh
Which
yeah,
one of you?
oh, it was me.
So
It
we found
was
out
her.
later. I guess
It
what
was
you
her.
do, you do see that then later when
she
she
gets
calls
called
you
out.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
She
right.
tells me what was what.
Yeah. What was your reaction when you read the script and found out that's what you were going to be doing?
Well, I read the script, and at first I didn't know that was me, and then I got a contract for a sex writer scene the next day. I was like, oh, I'm the one giving the blowjob. Okay.
The old BJ.
But I think that in terms of our parts, which small but mighty parts, I think that I was just happy to facilitate in telling the story, and I feel like we're there to serve the story of it. And Kay Cannon wrote an amazing one, so I was excited to be a part of the story in that way.
Yeah, and Ellie can definitely speak a lot to this, like how amazing everyone on set was.
Yeah.
Like,
So
nice. So
Literally,
wonderful.
everyone was awesome. It's so cool. It's so nice. It's so different when like a woman is show running and so like supported. I'm sure you felt so supported too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, completely. I think, like you couldn't ask for someone better at the helm, especially if you have to do something uncomfortable.
Right.
She's going to take care of you.
Right.
She's not going
Yeah.
to be like, all right, we have to go. We're rolling. Let's do this. She's going to make sure you feel good.
Yeah, totally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the other shows that you've been on before, like Two Broke Girls, was that a male showrunner?
Yes, I believe there is a male or Whitney Cummings and Michael Patrick King, I believe, are creators, showrunners. You guys, my resume is sparse. Okay, I did one little co-star role on Two Broke Girls, and they keep saying like, oh, you know her from Two Broke Girls. I'm like, you don't.
Well, tell us about then. How huge is this for you?
Oh, it's huge. It's the biggest thing ever. It's very exciting.
Can I ask about your audition?
Oh, yeah.
Like, did you, when you went in, were you like, yes, I nailed it, or were you like, who knows?
I don't know. You know, I did a self-tape for Sophia first.
Oh, wow.
And I, you know, you think as an actor like no one ever watches those,
I know.
or at least I don't know. I tell myself that, which is probably not smart. But
it's working.
I
So
mean,
it's
really good. And then they called me back in to read for Annie, and then I came back in and I did a chemistry test with Britt, and that was really exciting because Kay and Christian and Laverne McKinnon, producer, were there, and Britt and I like read a couple scenes together, and it was more like I just walked out and I was like, that was so fun. That was so, you know, I definitely didn't feel like.
Were you nervous?
I was nervous, but I was really prepared.
Great. Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
And so you know, and Britt is just so kind and wonderful, and she made me feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was more like I walked out of the room and I was like, that was really fun. Like, if nothing else, I got to meet Kay Cannon, and I was such a fan of hers, and I was like, this was a good day, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
was good.
So
Yeah.
you
Good
and
attitude.
Britt Robertson have excellent, speaking of chemistry, great chemistry in the show. So was it
you.
like that then just from that very beginning, that first, and then you,
It
'cause
was.
You seem
There
like you've been
was,
best
like,
friends forever.
I know, right? Yeah. But it really was. I mean, I say like I had so much fun that day, and you know, I don't tell myself like, oh yeah, this had to be special, because you just don't know as an actor. You walk out of the room and you're like, someone else could have had the exact same experience.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, she was so cool and she was so nice, and like when I got the part and when we started doing rehearsals together, it was apparent. It was like, oh, something just clicked. Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Makes you understand why they do chemistry reads.
It really does.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
I'm always like, I can have chemistry with anyone, you know.
That's what you hope.
But
definitely had some chemistry reads where it's like, oh no.
yeah,
No chemistry.
Nope.
Yeah.
Was it ever overwhelming? Or I'm part of being a girl boss is like facing fears and stuff, having that much material that you weren't used to and before.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was. I mean, I think the first table read was definitely overwhelming. We did the first 3 episodes all at once.
Oh, wow.
And everyone was there. Everyone. Sophia was there. Charlize Theron was there. You know, it was a huge
That's
room.
intimidating.
Right? So you're
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
there and you're like, okay. And you've gotten the
There's
scripts.
J'adore Dior.
Right,
exactly.
for me. Oh my God. So it was really overwhelming, but yeah, you know, you pull on your girl boss pants and you
You pull them up.
you get ready in the face of fear and you do it. So yeah, I remember like afterwards, after the table read, I finally got home and I was just like, I feel like I've been hit by a truck. Like it's just like everything drained, all the adrenaline drained out of me, but I was happy it was there to begin
And at
with.
that point, you probably still are kind of like, I can't even believe I'm doing this.
I still
Like,
can't
I
believe it
actually am at the
happened.
table read. This is my part. Like, I'm playing this character.
Yeah, because it's also terrifying because people get fired off of table reads.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
for
all the
sure.
time.
Yeah,
For
that
small things.
to me is terrifying.
I mean, that's not even like the guarantee.
No, it's not.
No.
You know,
Yeah.
so
God, that
that's
would be
really
awful.
intimidating.
Right?
And probably not even the first episode, because they could still
Oh, yeah.
kind of scrap things after the first
Exactly,
episode.
yeah.
Well, that happened with Shameless. We're on
Yeah.
a Shameless panel here at
Oh,
AfterBuzz.
nice.
Oh, really?
And remember the character changed for what's her face? Lip's first girlfriend.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever her name is.
We take a break from Shameless and we forget.
Yeah. But yeah, so that, oh God, I didn't even think about that. That would be insane.
Oh yeah, it's always in my head. I still am like, I know the show came out, but can they fire me?
No, I think you're
You're
good.
fired.
You're good now.
Just better to be prepared.
When you were first auditioning, did you have a choice to read between Sophia and Annie's parts, or was it only Sophia? Is that why you first
It
read
was,
for her?
it was just sent to me to Sophia. I don't think I even had the full script. If I had had the full script, I probably would have been like, I'd love to read for this
Right.
this part as well. But I mean, the part of Sophia is also just like so cool and badass. You know,
Right.
like you want to feel like you're just that big of a rebel, nasty gal kind of lady. So that was fun to try on for a day.
For sure.
Yeah.
Is Brittany like that at all in person?
Oh, it's hard to say. She's so sweet and funny, but she's really sharp and she stands up for herself, when it's appropriate. And she, I think, I don't think she's the kind of person who would go dumpster diving or stealing or whatever,
Oh my God, that was amazing when she steals the carpet.
Yeah.
And literally just takes it.
Which is true,
Oh,
which
sure.
was really from her book.
It
She's dumpster dove for bagels, and she stole rugs.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Did not eat a bagel out of a dumpster. I just couldn't do it.
It was okay. Neither could I. It was in
But
a
it was
bag.
bag, like,
It was one of those day-old situation. I mean, I'm not.
No, I mean, I wouldn't have
You would
eaten
do
it in the
Don't lie, you'd do
dumpster,
it.
Yeah,
but I
not
would
in
have
it.
taken the bag and had some
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
This
Thought
kind
about
of
it.
leads itself to the question: what is the nastiest thing each of you has ever done?
Jesus.
Whoa. Can
That we
we
well, you
think
can say
about
whatever.
that? I don't know.
I don't know.
One time, I was at Griffith Observatory, and he went to the bathroom, and I was leaning over to flush the toilet. My sunglasses fell in the toilet at a public place.
Oh, damn.
with lots of people,
You went real nasty.
and I got them out.
Did
And
you
I
wear
washed-
them?
I wore them.
Ew,
I washed
you got them out?
They were expensive. So
That is not
I
worth
washed
it.
them thoroughly, and then I was like, "Should I?"
It's not
throw
that
it
nasty.
away?
Nah.
I mean that.
Did you tell
that's-
anybody when you came out in them, or did you just keep
Yeah,
rocking them?
I told. Yes, I was like, "Should I wear them? Do you think I'm gonna get like pink eye or?"
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I was okay. I was okay.
That's
That's
awesome.
just what comes
It's
to
the
mind.
least of your worries. You can get rid of pink eye.
Yeah, true. True.
That's true.
Or like get chlamydia from
Yeah,
that.
I was thinking chlamydia for some reason, even though I don't know why.
Yeah, chlamydia of the
Why
eye.
not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible.
It's got to be a thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyone else? I can let you
I can
think
think
if
of
you
a
need to.
nasty story.
All right,
I
go
didn't
for it.
necessarily do anything, but
You witness it?
I had like this really bad earache, and I woke up with it, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Oh,
and
yeah,
it was
that's
like
gross.
a really intense ear infection,
Oh.
and I couldn't hear anything, and it was like aching, and I was like, "What's going on?" And so I went to the doctor, and they flushed out my ear, and a fly had died in my earwax.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you could tell he struggled." That's what he said. He was like, "Oh, he was struggling when he died."
Poor fly.
Yeah. And he was like, "You want to see?" And it was like a fucking dinosaur fossil of a fly and that was disgusting. But
Oh God,
I
that's
told
like one of my
everyone.
worst nightmares.
I
Something
know.
crawling in my
Yeah,
ear.
I know. While you're sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, because you hear
That
about
was
spiders
nasty.
that lay eggs in there and all kinds
you
of
saw
stuff.
that girl
like,
from The Voice.
How the spider
I
bit
didn't
her
see that
face,
girl
from
and
The
her
Voice.
face is
And-
deteriorating.
Necrophyte.
Oh, I didn't know she was from The Voice. I saw that
Yeah.
though.
Her skin, it's nasty.
Super nasty.
And
She's gonna be okay.
I
think
couldn't-
so.
I'm not a
She's
doctor.
gonna live.
I think
live.
so. Yeah, I
Oh,
think
God,
she's gonna
that's
be okay.
awesome.
She's gonna
but
live.
worst
What
nightmare.
about you, Ellie?
Oh, I don't know. I think like one of my nastier habits. I'm a big pimple popper.
Oh yeah.
And I will pop anyone's pimples.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
like
yeah.
if you had one right now on your back, I'm like, I just met you, and I'll go for it.
God.
But I don't know. It doesn't feel nasty to me. It feels like weirdly satisfying. And
I don't think you're in the minority.
I don't think
actually.
I am
Do
either.
you watch those videos?
Oh, yes.
I can't.
Ew.
I've
you
tried. Do you watch them?
Oh my god.
I've watched them.
And it's funny because I don't pop my pimples at all because
Oh.
they'll scar. I'm like,
Yeah.
nah, just leave them.
You know, I still do
scar.
it.
Yeah, yeah. But watching the girl like scrape that giant pus out
Yeah.
of one of those with the
Ooh.
little
Oh my
tool thingy,
God.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh my
It is
God.
kind of sad. I get grossed out, but I do find myself. I'm like, oh, where did 3 minutes go? I've just been watching this the whole time.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, it's addicting, but
You guys are
that's
braver
nasty.
than I.
I know, but I would have taken the sunglasses out of the toilet. I don't know. I
me
end up
too.
taking my shoes off a lot of places and walking around barefoot. I just don't, you do that
Ooh,
too.
no.
Later game.
Ooh, okay.
Oh.
If it's a barefoot game, I'm gonna win.
That was the game. You won.
That's it. I won.
JJ, I think
Let's
you
go
asked,
back
so
to-
you should probably share.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What about
I really
you?
do have one, and it's nasty, and you might think differently of me later.
Let's do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
It's terrible.
Okay.
So I had an ACL surgery in high school, and so my leg was in a brace from hip to hip. So my girlfriends came over trying to brighten my spirits because I couldn't play basketball and I was all bummed out and stuff. So make your story short. These guys that we were dating were having a birthday party at this hotel nearby, and they had this classic thing where they like to go to McDonald's and they'd go through the drive-thru, and they called it shitburger. They'd go through the drive-thru, and they would order a hamburger. They'd go inside, take the hamburger out.
Oh my God.
shit
What?
on it.
What?
Yes, I told you it was terrible.
Wait. You knew people who did that.
And wait, what
Yes,
did
you
they
did
do
it.
with
Well,
that?
that's the story
There's
yet.
more to the story, yeah. So they would turn it back into the McDonald's workers and be like, "Hey guys, this burger is not done," and so the employees would get a shit burger.
Oh, no.
So to cheer me up, my girlfriends are like, "We're going to Brad's birthday party and we're gonna give him a shit burger." I'm like, "You guys are crazy." Okay. So I was just supposed to get a watch, right? Because I'm the one in the knee brace. So we go to McDonald's. Order a burger, go into the bathroom. We're sitting in the stall. My best friend, Sarah, goes into the toilet. And she's like, "Oh, I can't shit.
Oh, I
nobody
can't
would
even
do
with this
Yeah,
story.
it's,
Can't
I told you,
even.
it's terrible. I don't know why I asked this dumb question.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, so finally nobody would do it, and I was like, just give me the fucking burger. So I went in the I had my leg out, my knee brace. I was holding myself up with the handicap bars, and my friend had to slide the bun under, and
Your friend was there?
Oh, we were all in the bathroom, all of us
Oh.
girls.
I gotta be honest, the most impressing part of this entire story is that you were able to shit on command. Because
Yeah.
I can only shit like 3 times a week.
I probably
With a
hadn't been able to
brace.
go because my knee was in a knee brace. I was probably saving it up.
Yeah.
So you took
Yeah.
one for
Anyway,
the team.
I took one for the team, and the whole point was nobody. We had a girl pack. Nobody was supposed to tell anybody. Sure enough, we go back to
Girl
school.
pack.
I walk through the halls at high school. Everybody starts calling me shitburger.
I mean,
I
yeah,
was
you.
like,
Oh, wow.
Worst thing is, I think it's going to get buried in high school. Go to college. I played basketball in college. Ends up being a guy on the football team who went to high school with me.
Oh my God.
So I'm walking
wow.
through the University of Nebraska's training table. All of a sudden, all these football players, as I walk by, "Hey, shitburger."
Oh my God.
Mortified. That's my nastiest
now you've just-
story.
And now you've
all
just
your coworkers to do the same thing.
Yeah, JJ, literally all of your fans are gonna call you shitburger.
Yeah, everyone online now
I'm
knows the
embracing it
story.
now. and
Wait,
so-
did he eat it?
No,
Okay.
we don't know. We dropped
Right,
it.
No, because
great.
otherwise somebody would have had to call him shit mouth
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. Like
Fat
that wouldn't have
shit
been fair
bear. Yeah.
if he didn't get.
He would have gotten a disease.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
disease. Yeah,
That-
a disease.
You could've-
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd
Okay,
be
your
dead.
turn.
He'd be
Enough.
dead.
Oh, I don't have really too much after that one. I
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I look
you
like an
can't.
angel.
I know.
Please don't get nastier than that.
No, I accidentally shit my pants in LA traffic last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
and I held it for a good 45 minutes.
Oh my God.
And then it hurt so bad that I just couldn't do anything about
my
it. And I literally was in traffic. You guys can all appreciate this. I was literally in traffic so bad I had nowhere to pull off. I mean, because I would have.
You would have, yeah.
I don't know, even in someone's like bush, like
Right.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't go anywhere.
How
Yeah.
long till you got home that you
man.
just had to sit in it?
I was on my way to my friend's house.
I was gonna ask, where were
Now,
you going?
Yeah, and so I turned right around and went home and had to clean myself.
Did you have to?
Then I went back to my friend's house, and the best part was they were like, "You should have come over and we'll like take care of it here," which was nice at the time.
What
and when I think
friends?
about it now, I'm like, I'm just like, no, I'm not
No.
coming to your house with my pants
No.
filled with shit.
I
No.
mean, that's nice.
Because
of
if you
them.
showed up, like they say it after the fact,
Right,
but if you
right.
had showed up with the actual
yeah, I
situation,
would've.
they'd be like, "What are
Yeah.
you doing here? Go away."
For sure.
Yeah.
Setting.
Well, because I was texting them in traffic, like, guys, I have
It's
to
bad.
poop so bad, like, this is not good. So when I finally didn't show up, like, when they thought I was going to, they were like, "You
What happened?
shit your pants, didn't you?" Yeah.
Bye.
And I did.
Oh wow. Okay, now that we got that out of the
yeah.
way, let's get back to the show.
Yeah. Okay.
So tell us about shooting. Was the schedule like?
Yeah,
Any
we
onset
started mid to late June, and then went all the way through October, and mostly we were shooting in LA, which was great, and then spent a couple weeks in San Francisco, which was even greater, and yeah, it was good.
You did
Yeah.
tell me before we started taping that the bar that you guys are in a lot is actually a real bar.
It is. It's the short stop in
Yeah.
Silver Lake. So
Oh,
we
how
all.
cool.
I mean,
We
I
all
feel
went
like I
there.
never saw you anywhere but the short stop. Probably.
We didn't see each other because we did the shortstop and then we did Sunset Sound.
Oh, yeah.
for the
And I was
the
yeah.
recording.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, that's right. The New Year's party and the pilot that was at the shortstop.
Yeah, the short start. Yeah,
Yeah.
and we were there first week of filming. right?
Yep.
And then the
Last
last
week.
Oh,
week or
interesting.
2 weeks? Last week
Yeah.
of
Was
filming.
everyone like a lot nicer at the beginning?
At the beginning, you know what? The pressure, you could feel the pressure a lot more at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like, people didn't know because it was the pilot.
Yeah.
And people just didn't know, I think. Like, by the end of it, it was so well oiled. Like,
Yeah.
everyone knew each other.
Everyone,
you know?
yeah, that's
so
true.
it was interesting coming in at the beginning and then at the very end to just feel the vibe out. Like, it was crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
I'm sure.
And is it
Yeah.
something you're taping every day when you're?
Yeah, 5 days a week, Monday through
Okay.
Friday mostly, and then I think San Francisco they did weekends as
Okay.
well, just because time. Yeah, and it's they're long days, they're long, very fun days. Yeah, I don't know.
How did you keep your energy up like that whole time?
I was just like on a high the entire time.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
like an adrenaline spike for 4 months.
Right.
Yeah.
It was. I would wake up at like 5 a.m. for my call and be like, "Okay, let's do it."
do it.
That's
Yeah.
great.
All day.
Was
I
there
know.
a favorite moment you had filming? Like one that you still remember?
Ooh. In terms of like favorite moments on set, I think filming the last episode with the party to launch Nasty Gal was one of my favorites, just because all the guest stars were also there. So I got to be sitting there with RuPaul and Norm Macdonald and Cola Scola, and it was just like it was so much fun. Ru led us in a game of dirty charades, which he was incredible at.
As one could imagine.
So that's a moment I'm like, ooh, I'm not going to forget that. That was fun.
What was a sample from that game? Just to,
Oh man, I don't know that I remember. It's basically just like, you same as you do a movie or a book or whatever, and
Instead,
it's a pun, whatever pun he came up with, like. I don't know. I can't think of anything super interesting. Like, instead of AfterBuzz TV, it would be like After Butt TV or something, And so usually he would lead you to get the actual name of the movie or the TV show or book, and then he'd lead you to figure out the pun, which it was just so fun. It was such a fun game.
That's awesome.
It really helped pass the time.
Tell us a little about, you guys were talking about your acid scene.
Oh, yes. Yes. Dax and Annie go on an acid trip, an unplanned acid trip.
right on an accident. Yeah.
And yeah, you were I did not take acid. I have never. So I asked various anonymous friends what it's like and what you feel like on it, and what if they've seen other people on it, what they look like.
Right.
And yeah, someone actually like texted me, was like, "Did you take it?" I was like, "No." But they talked a lot about, apparently, like things just moving a little more slowly, and you're very convinced that whatever is happening is definitely happening. There's no like apparently there's no like, oh, I can remove myself from this situation. You are fully in it. Just all the reasons I was like, no, thank you.
Yeah. And it felt like, at least watching the show, that the trip lasted a long time.
I mean, I think the idea is that it lasts basically the entire weekend. They get home from that concert on Friday night or something like that, and then the whole rest of the time they're on this trip while Sophia and Shane are going through a roller coaster themselves.
Right.
Yeah. So I think that's the idea.
That's the part that's a
and
killer.
that's also sounds terrifying to
Right.
me.
If you knew it lasted only 2 hours,
Sure. Yeah.
you might
maybe.
try it for research. Right. But
A whole day, a whole day. I don't know how long it's going to take.
No, like, and what if it never?
Right? What if it never
What if it never
Yeah.
stops?
That's so scary.
Well, you hear all
Yeah.
those stories how like no one, they're never the same. Like they got their brains are different after acid. Like I don't know, it seems scary.
Something happens.
Yeah.
No thanks. We're all going to be addicted to acid like next
Yeah, I know. We're gonna be like, oh, I did
Tonight and
it.
try it. Just gonna-
We talked about it so much. We thought we'd go for it.
Now, were you singing any of your music in the?
No, we weren't.
you-
Like
were you
we
singing?
came in and they already had the songs for us.
Who wrote the songs? Do you know?
Yeah, it's this band.
They
They
wrote
write a
for-
lot for Netflix.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They wrote for Side Boob and Orange Is the New Black, that
nice.
band
Yeah.
that Caputo is in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like they mostly write for TV stuff. So that's like a very specific format,
Yeah.
Is it your
different.
voices like on the song that's in her
No,
ear all the time? No,
no,
it's not at all.
no.
No, not at all. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they already had it before we
sounded-
got in. I know, but
Yeah.
we're coming out with an album now. So
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, tell about that. Tell us about
Yeah,
that.
so we're coming out with an album. We
Yeah.
just released the single last week.
Congrats.
What's it called?
Thanks. It's called Ghost Town.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the full album will be released this summer, but then we have a music video that's coming out.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome.
Called Supernatural.
Called Supernatural.
Very
Oh.
cool. Yeah, a lot of thematically, like a lot of what this album is about is confronting ghosts from your past and how they're kind of a part of you in both a good and bad way. And no matter what you do, you can't escape your past, but not necessarily in a bad way, but learning to live with that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think
Yeah.
this album is just like really raw and haunting is the best way, and creepy in some parts. So it's going to
Cool.
be
Yeah.
super exciting.
Yeah, the music video is actually really creepy.
Yeah, you guys. It's like
Ooh,
it's
can't wait.
it's creepy.
We filmed it at so next door to the American Horror Story house is a house by the same architect.
Yeah, he
And
lived
that
in this
American
one.
Horror Story
Oh, wow, I
season
actually
1.
lived there.
Did you guys?
Yeah.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, such a cool old creepy house.
Yeah, and
that's
Beyonce
like-
and Solange had their Grammy party there the weekend before we shot it.
Yeah.
So we're like,
I know.
Yeah.
so
Energy,
close.
yeah.
There were still balloons left over,
Yeah.
so I just like rubbed them on
Right.
my
It's
It's
like
like,
try to
yeah,
get some of the
get
energy.
some of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that should be cool. But
Yeah.
look out in the next few weeks.
Awesome.
Yes.
MacedoMusic.com.
Coming out.
Yeah, we'll have to post it on our social media
Oh
as well.
yeah, for sure.
Where have you guys kind of found your inspirations from, or has your style grown over the years?
Yeah, like a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically a lot of like Nina Simone, Billie Holiday, that kind of stuff. Regina Spektor, Feist, Sia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love everyone.
Kim
All
Rose.
those, all those are
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, all of those are
We really
solid
love
ones.
lyrics. Like
Yeah,
we really
very
love
lyrical.
melody. So.
Yeah.
But you
And we
came
do
from
all
a
the
musical
harmonies.
family.
Yeah,
So
exactly. Yeah.
it was kind of just born in
Yeah,
you.
we've been playing and
was
singing
born.
forever, and then
You came out with a guitar.
we came out with the guitar. It was
Yeah.
a cheap one, I don't know. But, and we've been like doing harmonies together forever.
Yeah.
We've like been writing like really embarrassing. We wrote like really embarrassing pop songs when
Yeah.
we wanted to be the Spice Girls in 5th grade.
Yeah,
you know?
as everyone wanted.
Yeah.
We like
exactly.
made our friends
I mean,
come
so
over.
did I.
and
I
write
didn't
us.
go into
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So, that happened. But we've been writing forever. And, like, basically, like, I write most of the lyrics. So I started writing, since forever. And
Yeah,
we've been playing
but we're really
forever.
happy with this latest album because we really stood up for what we wanted and what we believed in, how we wanted it to sound, which was difficult at
Yeah.
times.
In the music
Right.
industry, there's a lot of mansplaining.
Oh, yeah.
Of just like, oh, you're just like a little singer-songwriter girl, and so like I know what's best and I know what's gonna sound best and whatever. And so this album, we were just kind of like,
This is what's happening.
this is what's
Yeah.
happening, and like you don't get to tell me that I don't know. Just there's a lot of that in the music industry.
Yeah.
So we just kind of took this one into our own hands.
Yeah.
Rather than the ones before, I feel like had a lot of other influence in it, and they were great in that way.
Yeah.
But we just want to own it this time.
Yeah.
In Sophia's book and also in the movie, they touch on a lot about the how difficult it is when society's telling people, oh, you need to go to school, you need to go to college, that's the plan. So how has it been for you? And I love the moment with Dean Norton when he's I had it written
Norris.
down.
Oh,
I'm
Norris.
sorry,
Yeah.
Norris, thank you. You said maybe you gave up on yourself, maybe I did too.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever have any moments like that in your career, or where people were trying to push you to maybe not go the artistic side? Probably not, since your family is all.
Oh,
no, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
let's hear it.
Oh my god.
Oh,
that's like a
it's-
parent's worst nightmare.
Yeah, because
Like-
our parents are. Our dad's musician, and
But
everyone
he-
in the family is a musician by hobby,
Yeah.
Right.
not by so because that's not even.
Yeah.
And he's an immigrant
scientists.
too, so
Yeah.
it's like he came here and he like set up his business and he did his thing, but it was never a good plan to go into the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And
It's-
like
yeah.
only until recently, people in our family have been like on board with it. I mean, everyone's like, "Oh, you still trying that? Still trying to do that?"
That's always a fun question.
I know.
Yeah, it's always
From
fun.
people. Like,
Are you still acting?
I know.
theater?
Okay. So
Yeah.
how great is it now that you're like, yes, I
I
am?
know.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can see it.
Yeah.
But how do you get yourself through those moments where maybe you do have self-doubt, maybe things weren't going as well, where you're like, oh God, maybe we should give this up, or I should, how do you push through?
I think, for me, I mean, before I moved to Los Angeles, I was thinking about applying to graduate school. I was thinking about, like, you know what, this is just, it's too hard. It's too much work and for too little reward. And it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And I think, weirdly, like for me, finding any sort of artistic endeavor that I could throw myself into would feel really good. Before I write as well, and I had never, acting has always been like the primary focus. And for a few years before moving to LA, I started writing a lot more, and that made me feel like, even though it's hard, I feel worthy. I feel like I'm doing something worthwhile with my day. I feel like I am producing something that I'm proud of, and it all ends up, coming back to reward you. I mean, I signed with my agent because of my play that I wrote. You never know what's going to happen.
That's amazing.
And I also think, people will tell actors and probably musicians, I'm assuming, like, if you can do anything else, go do it.
Right. And that
so
bothers me.
It bothers me too, 'cause
Yeah.
I'm like, I could do some stuff.
I know.
But, I don't know if I think can is maybe the wrong word. I think if you feel, if you really want to, if you really feel the desire and the pull to do something else, then you should.
Right.
But if all you can feel is this pulling you
Excuse
to...
me.
God, Hayley, no.
Right at that moment.
You were so into it too. I'm so
Oh, no,
sorry.
honestly, it was helpful because I was wrapping up. It's just like if all you feel is the pull to do what you're doing, then you keep going with it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
you're so right about like putting yourself into other things,
Yeah.
and that's partly why like music has helped so much with us. And we we developed a show about sexual assault, and it's based on like anything from
Like
the
this-
sexual intrusion,
Yeah.
the spectrum of it. So anything from catcalling to rape. We interviewed over 200 people. We created
wow.
this show, and then we edited it down with Shaheen Voss, our amazing director. We edited it down to the college experience, and then we
wow.
toured college campuses with it. It's like
Yeah.
a 3-person show, and that really made me feel like I'm not just like going out to auditions and then being like, what am I doing?
What do I
Like,
do?
how am
Yeah.
I contributing or making art? you know?
Right.
And
And I think also interestingly, we both went to college for theater and acting, and then came out here and kept pursuing that. And at the same time, whereas doing music, and the great thing about music is like you can write a song, you can do that, you can throw yourself into that, you can record. Well, we were able to like record things, and that felt really good to do. And then this role came up, which was like an indie twin band, and it's like perfect. We've been performing for the past like this whole time. Like we
Yeah.
are real.
Right, you
This
never
is
stop
real. This
practicing.
isn't,
Yeah.
and like that was a great like moment.
yeah,
of
we were like,
connection.
what is this role? If we don't get this role,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Like,
Who are we?
yeah, who are?
Yeah.
This is us,
And I noticed you're Stephanie and Stacy, right? So
Yeah.
they kept it like Michelle, Melissa,
Yeah.
Stephanie.
Yeah, they kept it the thing. They kept it. Yeah. So and that
And we
worked
also
out.
like weirdly enough, like actually Michelle kind of took a step back from acting for a little bit, and I was pursuing it like all the way, and then like right when she signed with my manager, we booked the lead in a James Franco movie and filmed it. Like I was
right
like,
after the
"See?"
pilot of Girlboss, we went to Ohio to film that. Yeah.
And then
Awesome.
and we were like, see, like, you just have to keep going, like keep being creative.
and doing your other things. Like
feed
writing
yourself.
is
Yeah.
great. I mean,
Whatever you can do to, distract yourself and keep yourself
Right.
moving forward.
Well, you
Yes.
really don't know what opportunity is going to bring
No,
the
you have no
actual
idea.
opportunity that
Yeah.
you were meant to
Yeah.
to do.
don't know. And then when it comes, it's like so right for you.
Right.
When you wished all the other things,
Yeah.
you're like, well, that was right for me. Well, that was. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
The right
Yeah.
thing will come along.
Yeah.
Like your role.
I know.
It does. It comes along, you guys.
How has your life changed now after having this big role? I did hear you say earlier, your phone's kind of off the hook.
My phone is a little off the hook. I know. Do the kids even know what that means?
Yeah, there's no hook now on phones.
That's true.
I know, but we still say it. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm like, how has my life changed in 3 days?
For real,
But
though,
it's true. I have a lot more. I have some more followers on social media, which is really cool. And I, people have been reaching out who I haven't talked to in a really long time, and that's really nice. And it's also very cool to just like hear people's thoughts on the show, and I don't know. I think the social media thing, just because it's such an immediate reaction, is the thing that I've been dealing with this weekend. I mean, I'm thrilled. Thanks for coming along. But I remember I was driving yesterday and I saw something like a funny sign or something like that, and I was like, oh, this will be good for Instagram. And then I was like, no, you have to put out really good content.
You do have good comments. Like, I like your comments.
Thank you.
You have that. I could see you actually playing the other role as well, Sophia, because you have a little bit of a snarky, like, humor in there that I like. Yeah.
I know. I'm probably snarkier than Britt, actually.
That's funny. But I couldn't see you now after watching the show.
No.
Like, you were just
I wouldn't. I don't think I
would
wouldn't want to do what she
I have a
does.
question. Has anybody like recognized you in public yet?
No.
Okay.
I'm ready for it, guys.
I'm tweeting out now.
Right?
Everybody come here. She's
Everybody-
gonna walk out the door.
Yeah.
Make her feel so
Be
nice.
like, oh my god.
That's really funny.
Well, I think go ahead.
No, that's it. I hope for it to happen, and I don't hope for it to happen because I'm
Yeah.
almost certain I
So
will
weird.
be. Have people recognized you guys from anything? Do you get like?
No, like our stuff hasn't come.
Yeah, our James Franco
Right.
movie hasn't
Okay.
come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
When does that come out? You
Good
know?
question.
Okay.
Great.
We'll let you know
That is-
as soon as we
James?
know.
Thanks,
Yeah.
Paul.
Yeah, I'll write in James if you're watching.
Yeah.
Tweet us.
Hopefully soon. Hopefully
Yeah.
soon.
I read a lot of articles online, which I do totally agree with, saying that your part and without Annie, the show would be a little bit not lackluster, but like you have a part where you do add so much.
Thank you.
With the comedy and with, I mean, your scenes are hysterical, and it is those little one-liners here and there that are just like,
Yeah.
they do add a lot.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear people noticing that. I just sort of felt like very lucky filming it because, Britt has a lot of would have a lot of days on set where she had to do some really hard emotional work, and I was like, here I am. Let's make some jokes, friends. And so that might also be, I was just like so excited to be there. And even, when you have some more serious moments, I think if your status quo is a little bit happier and a little bit more up, it's a nice change rather than something that feels like overwhelming.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what is your comedy background? Are you from
What is
a
my comedy
certain, like
background?
Second City, or because you're from Chicago?
I'm from
yeah.
Chicago, yes, and I did a fair amount of improv out there. I took classes at IO, and I did the Second City Conservatory and their house teams over there, and I did
That's
mostly
a lot of studying for those
Yeah.
who don't know about the
It's-
improv background. That's a pretty grueling process, especially if what you did graduate from those programs.
Right, exactly.
That's a lot.
And yeah, I mean, it was many, many years. And it's funny because, I mean, there are so many people who pursue it and who do that stuff. So it feels weird to me to be like, oh, this is what I've done when
Right.
like, you can do it
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
But you should do it. It is so,
Oh, I think
so
everybody,
helpful and such a good community. Yeah.
even if you are a engineer, should take an improv class.
I totally agree.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
for,
our
like,
brother,
life
who's a doctor,
experiences. Yes.
did, yeah.
I mean, it just helps you get out of your
Yeah.
personal box. Like, I mean, we all just shared stories about shit and all that. So I never really thought I had any problems, like,
Right?
just letting go or whatever. But I was telling JJ I'm starting level 2 of
good.
IO
Oh,
next
yeah.
week. And it's hard. Oh, my God. I mean, it's like...
It's an art form.
Yeah,
it is
it
totally
is.
an art form, but it's so helpful in every other aspect of your life. I think feeling confident enough to just speak off the cuff is something that it must be helpful in every job.
And it makes you be present, because you have to respond right away, like without
Be a very good
processing and thinking
listener.
about it or going back and learning your lines. Yeah. So yeah,
Right.
good listener.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, for sure.
Well, I think our time is starting to get
we play a
down.
game?
They're playing a game. We're
Okay.
playing a
Okay.
game.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh.
So we're going to play a game called Nasty versus Not Nasty.
Ooh.
So we're going to say something, and then you guys say whether you think it is nasty or not nasty.
Okay.
Okay, shitburger.
Whatever it is. Nasty or not nasty?
Nasty.
Nasty.
All right. Your turn.
Mayonnaise.
Not
Nasty or
nasty.
not
No,
nasty?
not
Not
nasty.
nasty.
Delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
delicious.
I have a friend that's like scared of mayonnaise.
I'm not a big. I would
Yeah,
say
my mom
nasty.
hates it.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
into it.
I love it.
You
Love
said
it.
nasty?
I say nasty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not nasty.
Okay. The word moist.
Not that nasty. I don't care.
Not nasty.
Yeah, not nasty. It doesn't bother
You?
me.
Like their moist cake.
Not nasty.
right?
Yeah,
Ooh,
cake
yum.
is
Yeah,
moist.
yeah.
I don't like
Yeah.
the word damp more than I don't like the word moist.
Yeah.
It's just a odd
Damp.
word.
Yeah.
I don't like the word crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not
That's
a good
not, that
one.
one's not my favorite.
No.
Yeah.
Cunt, are you okay with?
Yeah,
Okay.
cunt's good.
Yeah, cunt's great.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say I like that
great.
a lot more than pussy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Threesomes, nasty or not nasty?
Like the actual thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
like to have a threesome.
Or like if I were to do it,
Yes.
no, nasty.
Nasty.
I would not.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
nasty.
It's not my personal preference, but I'm hesitant to say nasty because do your thing. If
Yeah,
it's all
do your thing,
consensual.
yeah.
Not
Fair
that
enough.
nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
would not.
No.
Peeing in the shower.
No, everybody does that. That's not nasty.
I say nasty.
You never
say
pee in the
nasty.
shower?
No.
Let loose.
For
Let
real.
live.
I literally only pee in the shower.
And shit in your car.
Yeah.
I am so hot. Okay.
What did you say?
Not nasty.
Do you guys share a shower?
Damn it.
For sure.
Awesome.
Okay, not washing your hands after going to the bathroom.
Yeah, you should.
It's pretty. That's kind of nasty.
You should, yeah.
Most of the time, you
Nasty,
should.
yeah.
What's
don't-
the
I'm
non
not-
most of the time?
I
When,
mean-
when are you allowed to not wash your hands?
Well,
after
one time recently I was in a public bathroom and I went to the sink, but a heroin addict was using it. So I did not wash my
Yeah.
hands. So
See,
that's
I-
going to be the time that I don't wash
Yeah,
my hands.
I think that's if like the sink is grosser
Yes.
than,
Well,
than the
when
toilet,
I'm not
you're
at,
like,
like,
let's just find a hand
Agreed.
sanitizer somewhere.
Yeah.
If I'm going to like a
Yes.
football game or something, me washing my hands is doing nothing right when I
Yeah.
walk
Nope.
out of the bathroom, so it's not worth the wait for the
No.
sink.
Yeah,
Absolutely
that's
not.
true. Yeah.
Agreed.
Depends where you are.
All right. Farting or taking a shit in front of your boyfriend?
Farting's not nasty. I don't feel the need to take a shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
that's
going to agree
nasty.
with that. Yeah.
Feel the need
Not
to do
the
that.
farting's not nasty though.
No,
No.
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 Yeah, you got. I mean,
They do it.
they do it all the
Yeah.
time.
They
So
definitely do it.
It's not, that's not going to do that double standard.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've done both, so wait. Being barefoot at the bar when your feet hurt. That's why we say
Not
Yeah.
nasty at
No.
all, friends.
Not nasty.
Yeah.
I took off my shoes at the premiere
Me
party.
too. Me too. I took them off too.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
That's too
All right,
long.
I'm stealing one.
Go for it.
Dating a coworker.
I don't think that's that nasty.
No, I
as
don't
long
think
as
so.
Depends
Not
where it
nasty.
is.
yeah.
Here,
What
I
job?
dated someone here.
Oh my god, that's right.
After
I
Buzz
didn't even write-
exclusive. We hope you're listening.
And it wasn't
Phil.
nasty.
Yeah, I know,
nasty.
it's fine.
Okay.
People
You just
know.
have to, deal
Yeah.
with
But-
if you break up.
Deal with it. Yeah.
Right.
Then it's.
Yeah.
But it's not nasty because I've done it.
So definitely not.
Yeah. So definitely not.
You got one more? We done.
Yeah, the Brandy Alexander. Nasty or not nasty?
Well, I've
the
never
actual
had it.
drink.
Yeah.
Never
What
actually
You
had
didn't
one
actually drink
either.
it.
No,
All
I
right.
don't know what it was. It was like water and milk or some sort
Oh,
of weird.
that's
That's
nasty.
nasty. Whatever
That's
they
nasty.
made to pretend to be a Brandy Alexander was nasty.
Yeah.
But I like nutmeg though, so I feel like I'd try it.
Yeah, I would try it.
I'm
Nutmeg,
not.
yeah.
I'm not against like dairy and alcohol. I think
Yeah.
that could
You
be
like
good.
Kahlua.
You're
Like
in
I'm
the
not.
Bulldogs.
I wouldn't like order that, but I'd have a sip.
But yeah, I
Oh,
wouldn't
God, what's
smash
that
it on the
one?
ground.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
What's
disgust.
that one drink that alcohol that looks like milk?
White Russians? Oh,
Right.
that's not alcohol.
Those
That's
are good,
There's
though.
the actual alcohol, and my friends would kill me for forgetting
Bailey's?
his name because of no. It comes in a white bottle. I think it starts with a C.
Is it like a
I don't
rum
know.
thing?
I forget what it is, but you mix it with like cinnamon, like Fireball or something to make like a cinnamon toast crunch.
Whoa.
Oh, you know way
Shots,
more about
man.
that.
I've
I
never
don't
I
heard
went to a
of
party
I don't-
school for college.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. Forgot.
Let's find out.
I'll let you know later when I remember.
Thank you.
All right. I think we've reached that time. We'll now do our Tom Girls of the Week.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, I think he's going to put a little picture up here for us. All right, the first one, you do the second one. All right, so this is Becca Longo. She is the 18-year-old who became the first female to receive a football scholarship to a Division II school or higher. Yay!
Hey,
Woo!
girl.
Cool.
Yeah, she had her signing ceremony last week. She's from Chandler, Arizona. And I like the quote from her coach, Todd. He said, the other players embraced her as one of the players, not as a girl or as an outsider. So look at her
That's
breaking
awesome.
barriers.
And she, I think a lot of people, if they read this and didn't see her picture, would immediately assume she was like some, super, super muscular, girl. And she's, she's wearing a dress, and she's
Beautiful.
clearly, you can, still be absolutely feminine and play football.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very cool. Very, very cool. And then we have Catherine Switzer. Her picture will show up in a second. There she is. She ran the Boston Marathon in 1967 under the name KV Switzer.
Were women not allowed to
And
run?
that is
Correct.
because
She
women
was
were
attacked.
Not, yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, Will Clooney, I think is how you pronounce his last name, he was the Boston Athletic Association director, and he said women can't run in the marathon because the rules forbid it. Unless we have the rules, society will be in chaos.
That makes sense.
And then he said it gets better. If that girl were my daughter, I would spank her.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Sure.
Thank you.
Well, I'm glad he
Sarah.
explained it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
now
and
I
and so
said
she
what he
just
would
ran
do.
this year's marathon, and she ran her fastest marathon time in 46 years. Which
Oh
is
my
pretty cool.
God.
Good
Yeah.
for
Good
her.
for her. Fuck that
Wow.
guy.
that
Yeah,
guy's
fuck
so-
that
That guy is nasty.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
into him.
Yeah. That guy's nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty from all of us. We say.
Yes.
All right, so that's starting to wrap it up. Next week, we're going to talk about our workout of the week. We're going to do Pilates Plus and report back on how
Love
that is
Pilates.
for us. We also want to do a quick thing since we hope you guys are with us all summer for this TomGirl show. So we wanted to set some goals, and you guys are to join us as well, to do something by September 1st that scares us. We want to dare to do something different. You know what you're going to do?
Not really. I said earlier I threw out there that I would try stand up, and then I immediately regretted that I said it.
And I love it because I
Stand-up's
we can all
scary.
come watch
Yeah.
you and
Scary,
support
yeah.
you. And
Well, I
clap.
think it's a scary
Spill your
because
water.
that's okay because I feel like I'd have to take the class. I have zero idea how to even start,
Yeah.
where to start with stand up. So that's I think the scariest part. Because I've definitely said some things in public that have gotten zero reaction, so I know how that
Wait,
feels.
do you know the class? It's like women are funny. Have you heard of
the
that?
ground
No.
legs
I-
class.
I had a friend take that class, and at the end of the class, they all perform at Flappers, as a class, and it's for women. And she teaches you.
Oh,
a
the
stand-up.
girls
sounds
can be
good.
funny.
That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
girls can be funny.
Girls,
You should
something,
check it
yeah.
out.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Like
Thank you
I've
for
been
that
to a
tip.
few shows because a few friends have done it.
Yeah, so
There
I
you
might have to
go.
stick with it now that I said it.
Anything you guys want to, you don't have to do it by September 1st, but what would you do if there's something you haven't accomplished yet or want to try or that scares you?
We have a script that we want to start writing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So check back in September 1st.
Alrighty.
Ooh, that's good. I don't know. I would love to do some more improv. I haven't done any really in LA except one show, and my God, is it a muscle you have to exercise?
Right.
Yeah.
I came off stage after that show, and I was like, oh, okay. It was like trying to run after never having run in 4 years or
Right.
something.
Yeah.
So it sounds scary to me, but it was so fun. I would like to do it again. You
should.
All right. Well, everybody's going to do it. We're all,
What are you
Wait,
doing?
you didn't answer.
Yeah,
I'm
whoa, way to back out of that. Okay. Yeah.
She's scared
I
after
actually-
shit burger story.
Yeah, I
Something
already exposed
wrong.
way too much on this episode. I would actually like to take some surf lessons. Which I've lived here for
That's
so long
fun.
now and
Yeah.
haven't. It's one thing I wanted to do and haven't. So
Well, that we
do
can
it.
definitely make happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Easily.
yeah.
There's some
Awesome.
good Groupons out there for
Yes.
surf lessons.
Easy.
All right.
Well, thank you guys so much for
Yeah.
coming on the show.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
this
us.
is
This
Yeah,
so
thanks for
fun. I
having
can't
us.
wait to see where you guys' careers go from here and all
Thank
the
you.
attention and success you're going to get after this show. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and for you, everybody listening out there, we hope you enjoyed the first episode. We hope to bring a lot more amazing women like this in here for you. You can hear their stories and watch us all summer long. For the first 20 people that follow us, TomGirl TV at Twitter, this week you get put in your names put in a hat to win 2 tickets to Stagecoach. So if you,
Oh, shit, we better
so-
follow him.
Sign up now. We can be the first 3.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. All right.
That's awesome.
So that wraps us up today. One more time, where can can everybody follow you at?
I'm at ES Reed on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm at Macedo Music and Michelle Macedo M on Twitter and Instagram.
At Melissa Macedo M. Everywhere.
Everywhere.
You can find me at Hayley Clover on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can find me at JJ Jurgens. You can also follow us at TomGirl TV on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat.
Perfect.
Woohoo! Thank you guys so much. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Thanks.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.